Evolution is the process by which living organisms change over time. It's a fundamental concept in biology, explaining how all life forms, from the tiniest bacteria to the largest mammals, have developed and diversified. This gradual change happens across generations, shaping the traits and behaviors of species. Understanding evolution helps us make sense of the incredible variety of life on Earth and how organisms adapt to their environment. In this video, we'll explore the science behind evolution, focusing on the mechanism known as natural selection. Within any population of organisms, individuals are not identical. There are small differences or variations between them. These variations can be seen in physical traits like color, size, or fur thickness, as well as behaviors and abilities. Such differences are crucial because they affect how well an organism survives and reproduces. For example, some animals might be faster, while others are better at finding food. These variations set the stage for natural selection to act, shaping the future of the population. Traits are characteristics passed from parents to offspring. These can include things like fur thickness, beak shape, or even behaviors. Some traits help organisms survive better in their environment, while others may not be as helpful. The environment determines which traits are beneficial. For example, thick fur is useful in cold climates, while a long beak might help birds reach food in hard-to-access places. Over time, traits that help survival and reproduction become more common in the population. Natural selection is the process where individuals with traits better suited to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce. These advantageous traits are then passed on to their offspring. Over generations, the population gradually changes, with helpful traits becoming more common. Natural selection is not a random process. It's guided by the environment and the needs of organisms. This mechanism is central to understanding how evolution works and why species adapt over time. Survival and reproduction are at the heart of natural selection. Organisms that are better adapted to their environment have a higher chance of living longer and producing offspring. These offspring inherit the beneficial traits, making them more likely to thrive as well. Over time, this cycle leads to the spread of helpful traits throughout the population. It's a gradual process, but it's powerful enough to shape entire species. Imagine a group of animals living in a cold environment. Some naturally have thicker fur, while others have thinner coats. Those with thicker fur are better protected from the cold, making it easier for them to survive, find food, and reproduce. Over many generations, more animals in the population will have thick fur, since this trait helps them thrive in their environment. This example shows how natural selection favors traits that improve survival. Not all traits are helpful. Some may make it harder for organisms to survive or reproduce. For example, animals with thinner fur in a cold climate might struggle to stay warm, find food, or avoid predators. As a result, these less useful traits become less common over time. Natural selection gradually removes traits that don't help organisms thrive, ensuring that populations are better suited to their environment. Natural selection is not a quick process. It happens slowly over many generations. Small changes accumulate as helpful traits spread and less useful traits disappear. Over time, these gradual shifts can lead to significant differences within a population. Sometimes the changes are so great that new species emerge. This slow, continuous process is what drives the diversity of life we see today. Over generations, small changes in traits build up. Each change might seem minor, but together they can transform a population. This accumulation is key to evolution. As traits that help survival and reproduction become more common, populations adapt to their environments. Eventually, these changes can lead to the emergence of new species, each uniquely suited to their surroundings. Changes accumulate over many generations. Populations can become so different that they're considered new species. This process is called speciation. It often happens when groups of organisms are separated by physical barriers like mountains or rivers and adapt to different environments. Over time, these groups develop unique traits, eventually becoming distinct species. Speciation is a natural outcome of evolution and natural selection. Environment plays a crucial role in natural selection. Factors like climate, food availability, and the presence of predators determine which traits are beneficial. For example, in a dry environment, animals that can conserve water are more likely to survive. As the environment changes, the traits that are favored by natural selection also change. This dynamic relationship keeps populations adapting and evolving. Climate is one of the most important environmental factors affecting natural selection. Organisms must adapt to temperature, rainfall, and seasonal changes. For example, animals in hot climates may develop traits that help them stay cool, while those in cold climates need ways to conserve heat. These adaptations are the result of natural selection favoring traits that improve survival in specific environments. Availability of food is another key factor in natural selection. Organisms with traits that help them find, capture, or digest food are more likely to survive. For example, birds with longer beaks might reach food others can't, giving them an advantage. As food sources change, the traits that are favored by natural selection also shift, leading to new adaptations. Predators play a significant role in shaping traits through natural selection. Organisms that can avoid predators through camouflage, speed, or defensive behaviors are more likely to survive and reproduce. Over time, these protective traits become more common in the population. Natural selection ensures that populations are equipped to handle threats in their environment. It's important to understand that natural selection does not create perfect organisms. Instead, it favors traits that work well in a specific environment at a particular time. As environments change, the traits that are beneficial can also change. There is no ultimate goal or direction, just a constant process of adaptation. This explains why organisms are always evolving and why diversity exists. Variations in traits often arise from random mutations in DNA. These mutations can be small changes in genetic material that sometimes lead to new traits, While most mutations are neutral or harmful, some can provide advantages. Natural selection acts on these mutations, spreading helpful ones through the population. This process is a key driver of evolutionary change. Traits are passed from parents to offspring through genes. When organisms reproduce, they transfer their genetic material to their young. This inheritance ensures that helpful traits can spread through the population. Over generations, the accumulation of inherited traits leads to adaptation and evolution. The process of inheritance is fundamental to natural selection. Genetic diversity refers to the variety of genes within a population. This diversity is essential for evolution, as it provides the raw material for natural selection to act upon. Populations with high genetic diversity are more likely to adapt to changing environments, while those with low diversity may struggle. Maintaining genetic diversity is crucial for the survival of species. Evolution is not limited to large animals. Microorganisms like bacteria and viruses also evolve through natural selection. Their rapid reproduction and high mutation rates allow them to adapt quickly to new environments. This explains why some diseases become resistant to treatments over time. The principles of natural selection apply to all forms of life, big and small. Complex animals such as mammals and birds also evolve through natural selection. Their traits, behaviors, and abilities are shaped by the environment and the challenges they face. Over millions of years, these adaptations have led to the incredible diversity of animal life we see today. Natural selection is the driving force behind this ongoing process. Result of evolution and natural selection is the incredible diversity of life on Earth. From tiny microorganisms to towering trees and majestic animals, every species has adapted to its unique environment. This diversity is a testament to the power of natural selection and the ongoing process of evolution. It's what makes our planet so fascinating and full of wonder. Adaptation is the process by which organisms become better suited to their environment. It's a direct result of natural selection. For example, desert plants have evolved to store water, while polar animals have thick fur to survive the cold. These adaptations are evidence of evolution at work, constantly shaping life to meet the demands of different environments. Evolution is a continuous process. As environments change, organisms must adapt or risk extinction. Natural selection ensures that populations are always evolving, responding to new challenges and opportunities. This ongoing process keeps life dynamic and ever-changing, resulting in the rich tapestry of species we see today. Evolutionary success is measured by an organism's ability to survive and reproduce. Those with traits that fit their environment are more likely to pass on their genes. Over time, these successful traits become widespread, leading to well-adapted populations. Evolution is not about perfection, but about finding ways to thrive in changing conditions. Natural selection has limits. It can only act on existing traits and variations. If a trait doesn't exist in a population, it can't be selected for. Additionally, rapid environmental changes can challenge populations, sometimes leading to extinction. Natural selection is powerful, but it's not all-powerful. It works within the boundaries of genetics and the environment. When environments change too quickly or dramatically, some species may not be able to adapt. This can lead to extinction. Extinction is a natural part of evolution, making room for new species to emerge and thrive. While it's a loss, it also drives the ongoing process of adaptation and diversity. Humans are also products of evolution and natural selection. Our traits, such as intelligence, upright walking, and complex social behaviors, have helped us survive and thrive. Over time, humans have adapted to diverse environments from deserts to forests. Understanding our evolutionary history helps us appreciate our place in the natural world. Humans also experience cultural evolution. Unlike biological evolution, cultural evolution involves changes in ideas, behaviors, and technologies. These changes can happen rapidly, shaping societies and influencing how we interact with our environment. Cultural evolution is a unique aspect of human adaptation, complementing our biological evolution. Evolution is not just a thing of the past, it's happening right now. Organisms continue to adapt to new challenges such as climate change, pollution, and disease. Scientists study these ongoing changes to understand how populations respond and evolve. Evolution is a living process shaping the world around us every day. Scientists use many tools to study evolution. Fossils, DNA analysis, and observation of living organisms all provide clues about how species change over time. By understanding evolution, researchers can solve mysteries about the past and predict how life might change in the future. The study of evolution is essential for biology and medicine. Evolution has important implications for medicine. Understanding how bacteria and viruses evolve helps doctors develop better treatments and prevent resistance. Evolutionary principles guide research into genetics, disease, and health. By applying evolutionary science, medicine can improve outcomes and save lives. Conservation efforts rely on understanding evolution and natural selection. Protecting genetic diversity and habitats helps species adapt to changing environments. Conservationists use evolutionary science to guide their work, ensuring that populations remain healthy and resilient. Evolution is a key tool in preserving the diversity of life. Evolutionary principles are even used in technology. Scientists and engineers mimic natural selection to solve problems and design new products. For example, algorithms inspired by evolution help computers learn and optimize solutions. This approach, called evolutionary computation, shows how nature's ideas can be applied to human innovation. There's strong evidence for evolution and natural selection. Fossils show how species have changed over time. DNA reveals relationships between organisms and tracks genetic changes. Observations of living species demonstrate adaptation and the spread of traits. All these lines of evidence support the theory of evolution. Any misconceptions exist about evolution? Some people think it's just a theory or that it happens instantly. In reality, evolution is a well-supported scientific process that takes place over long periods. It's not about creating perfect organisms, but about adapting to changing environments. Understanding the facts helps us appreciate the science behind evolution. Evolution has shaped every aspect of life on Earth. It influences how species interact, how ecosystems function, and how humans understand their place in the world. The ongoing process of evolution ensures that life is always changing, adapting, and growing. Its impact is seen everywhere, from the smallest microbe to the largest mammal. Teaching evolution is essential for science education. It helps students understand biology, genetics, and the history of life. By learning about natural selection, students gain insight into how organisms adapt and survive. Education about evolution prepares future scientists and informed citizens, fostering curiosity and critical thinking. Future of evolution is shaped by ongoing environmental changes and human influence. As climates shift and habitats are altered, organisms will continue to adapt. Scientists are watching these changes closely, predicting how life might evolve in the coming years. Evolution is a never-ending story with new chapters unfolding every day. Evolution affects everyone. Our traits, health, and abilities are shaped by millions of years of adaptation. By understanding evolution, we can make better decisions about health, conservation, and technology. It connects us to the natural world and reminds us of our shared history with all living things. Natural selection is the driving force behind evolution. It works by favoring traits that help organisms survive and reproduce in their environment. Over generations, these traits become more common, leading to adaptation and the emergence of new species. Understanding natural selection helps us appreciate the diversity and complexity of life on Earth. Adaptation is a powerful process that allows organisms to thrive in changing environments. Through natural selection, populations become better suited to their surroundings. This ongoing process ensures that life is resilient, flexible, and capable of overcoming challenges. Adaptation is at the heart of evolution, driving the diversity we see today. Evolution is an endless journey. As long as life exists, organisms will continue to change, adapt, and evolve. Natural selection ensures that populations are always responding to new challenges and opportunities. This ongoing process is what makes life so fascinating and full of possibilities. Diversity of life on Earth is something to celebrate. Every species, from the smallest microbe to the largest animal, is a product of evolution and natural selection. This diversity enriches our planet, providing beauty, balance, and inspiration. By understanding evolution, we can appreciate the wonders of the natural world. Evolution has left a lasting legacy on Earth. It has shaped every species, ecosystem, and environment. The ongoing process of natural selection ensures that life is always changing, adapting, and growing. By studying evolution, we gain insight into our past, present, and future, connecting us to the story of life. Science behind evolution and natural selection is fascinating and essential for understanding life. From the smallest variations to the emergence of new species, evolution explains how organisms adapt and thrive. By appreciating this process, we can better understand ourselves, our world, and the incredible diversity of life that surrounds us. Evolution is a story that continues to unfold, shaping the future of our planet.